Okay, so we have Parashat Kedoshim. Now, Parashat Kedoshim is one of the few parashot in Torah that have a certain significance. What is that? Anybody recalls? Nir? What's special about Parashat Kedoshim? Daber Hashem Moshe Lemor Daber el Kol Adat Bnei Israel. Usually it says Daber Bnei Israel. It says el Kol Adat Bnei Israel. What does that mean? So Rashi, that's the very first Rashi in Parashat Kedoshim. Melamed shenemra parasha zo behakel. This parasha was said as hakel. Usually it was the adults who came and learned the new halachot that Moshe taught them. Right? Whenever Hashem taught certain halachot to Moshe, and Moshe taught them to Bnei Israel, it was the adults who came and they learned. But we have a couple of instances that it's hakel. Hakel is the significance is such that men, women, children, babies, everybody's included. You want to ask, oh, what do babies understand? No. It shows the importance and it does impact. It does impact. So, Parashat Kedoshim is one of those. Shenemra parashazo behakel was said, why is that? Mipenei sherubei sherov gufei Torah teloin ba. Because most major tenets of Torah have to do in Parashat Kedoshim. You learn Parashat Kedoshim, if you ever want to learn or teach somebody one part of Torah, that he will get a good, clear idea about 70-80% of ideas that Torah cares about. He's not going to learn 613 mitzvot. Maybe he learns 60. But there are the main themes, the main ideas that will give him a picture of what Judaism is like. So that is Parashat Kedoshim. Parashat Kedoshim, Rov Gufei Torah Teluin Ba. Most of Torah have to do. Most of the ideas of Torah are mentioned here in Kedoshim. So that's therefore the original one. The original Kedoshim that Moshe spoke about was done behakel. Okay. So let's do a couple of ideas from here. Right. דבר כל בני ישראל אומרת עליהם קדושים תהיו כי קדוש אני השם אלוקיכם. You shall be holy, you shall be kadosh because I am kadosh. What does this pasuk tell us? In a practical way, what does it tell us? That's a major machloket among Yisrael. What does this tell us? Ramban and Rashi discuss it. What does it tell us? Give me one example of what it means to be kadosh. Come on, someone. What does it mean to be kadosh? Okay, is that idea anywhere else in Torah? Obviously.
Yeah.
We have that mitzvah. So what did the word being kadosh teach me? Anything that has to do with it, we assume it has to do with Kedusha because it's elsewhere in Torah. And if it is not elsewhere in Torah, if it is not elsewhere in Torah, we wouldn't include that in here. So what is, in practical sense, what is this pasuk doing to us? It says, be careful regarding, questions of gender. Okay, that's already in Torah. Shabbat, already in Torah. Kashrut, already in Torah. So what does it tell me? When Hashem told me, Kedoshim to you, what did it tell me? In practical, when I had 612 mitzvot, not including Kedoshim to you, and now that I got Kedoshim to you, what changed? What more do I have to do?
Kadosh, because Hashem says,
I understand that, but what do I do in practical? Is it just a sound bite?
No, be like me. Okay. I'm kadosh, you should be also.
Okay, I have 612 mitzvot, right?
Yes.
I was doing 612. I didn't know about Kedoshim to you. Tell me something I wasn't doing yesterday that I should be doing today.
It's Tama mitzvah. I don't know.
So you're saying you're close. You're saying it gives us a little bit of explanation and understanding into the other mitzvot. It does not give me any no more thing to do, but it tells us, look, when you do mitzvot, you become kadosh like Hashem. So close. But Ramban doesn't say. Ramban.
So he's alive, and you be alive too.
Fine, perfect. But what way do I act differently now that I know this? Okay, it may very well be, but Ramban takes your idea a little bit further, and if you think about it, I think you meant the same thing. Ramban says there is a difference whether you keep to the letter of the law or you keep the spirit of the law. If I know the idea is to be kadosh, so then I realize, and these are not my words, these are the words of Ramban. Ramban says it is impossible for Torah, for any book for that matter, to tell you how to act in every single scenario. 5,000 mitzvot wouldn't cover it, let alone 613. All the situation, all the thing. This is, but Torah gave you enough mitzvot to understand, if you want to, if you care, to understand how Torah wants you to conduct yourself. That's what Kedoshim to you means. Kedoshim to you means, I taught you enough, you could do the letter of the law. Right? You could eat only kosher, but your whole day is about eating and stuffing your face or whatever, or this or that. Right? Or you could conduct your business, yes, I'm very careful. This, not that in practice, it's not the actual stealing, this and that. But you're not an honest and pleasant person. That's not kadosh. I'm telling you, the idea of all this mitzvot is to understand the spirit of the law, the deeper thing, and to be a kadosh person, it has to change who you are, not just a bunch of yes and no's, I do this, I don't do this. I told you this story. It's one of my favorite stories. It is very, very hard to compare yeshiva high school boys to public high school. Right? It's just a different reality. Right? It's a different reality. The public school kids, they spend a number of hours a day in front of TV or this or that. But the yeshiva is their load of studies twice or more as much. Right? Once a yeshiva boy goes into yeshiva, right? So they have a very intense program. The brain is stimulated a lot. So in their understanding, in their level of maturity, in their brilliance, there's no comparison, because this brain is trained, is being used 2 to 3 times more than the ones who are doing well in public school. I'm not talking about the ones that don't listen and don't think. So usually it's a horrible thing, and it bothers me a lot. But when public school teachers come to yeshiva boys and they teach them general studies, they are in for a shock of their life, because the kids are much more brilliant and much smarter than they are used to. These teachers are not used to. So these 10th graders came up with a list of 17 ways they could fool the teacher and cheat on the test to get an A. There are 17 different ways. So I give it to the mashgiach of our yeshiva. So I say, these 17. Which one of them is Geneva Dat, asur according to halacha? Which one of them is okay to do? That was the question. Okay, 17 different ways. So, okay, he spoke to them. But later to us, the older ones, the newly married ones, who are sort of training in the idea of trying to grasp the picture of Torah. So he said, like, you're talking to a mature person, and you want to talk in the level of why, which one is the Oraita, which one is the Rabbanon, which one goes in under which Pesukim, in the part of what we call the depth of Torah. Why are they different? Well, that's a conversation you could have. But as far as what to do, the answer is cheating is wrong. Doesn't matter, you will find a loophole that doesn't go under any halachot of Torah. Cheating is wrong. That's how we train our children. That is Kedoshim Tihiyu. That is Kedoshim Tihiyu. Torah is telling you, yes, there are sometimes, I told you the basic ideas. In the other 612 mitzvot, says Ramban, I told you the basic ideas. Now the rest is up in your hand. Kedoshim Tihiyu is the one mitzvah Hashem left it to us to custom make it. You make it for yourself, and that shows that is a true mirror image of where your inside is. I'm not telling you what to do, because it's impossible. It can't be a mold, a cookie cutter for every single person in the world. No. You want to be real? You want to be Ki Kadosh Ani Hashem Elokechem? Like our friend said, our end goal, I shouldn't say end goal, our light at the end of the tunnel is we have to realize human being could go up to Hashem. Don't sell yourself short. Hashem says, Kadosh to you. The continuation is also Kadosh Ani Hashem Elokechem. Don't sell yourself short. Don't stop anywhere less. Any other, anything less lofty. You could do better. You could do better. You think I'll be the greatest person in the world. Not enough. I'll be better than every single human being in the world. Not enough. Ki Kadosh Ani. You be as close to me as possibly, as it's possible. That's the goal. So now go and custom make it for yourself. Kedoshim to you. I'm not telling you what to do. It's up to you. You show me. Hashem is telling us, is charging us with a mission. You tell me, where are you holding? You tell me how Kadosh you could be. I gave you the idea. We learned Torah. It's enough to tell us what type of a person to be. Right? Past that, you make it Kedoshim to you. Okay.